Hello again, everybody. Steve Politi from the Star-Ledger, joined, of course, with Tom Lucci, our esteemed Rutgers beat writer, to preview this week's game against Norfolk State. And Tom, I was doing some research and a little bit of trivia about Norfolk State. Did you realize that Brad Pitt is a Norfolk State grad?
Did not know that. Brad Pitt, the actor, or
yeah.
Brad Pitt, the football player?
I actually made it up. I don't know anything about Norfolk State. What, you have anything you can tell us about Norfolk State here that might illuminate us as to this week's opponent?
Probably the less we say about them, the better. Only in this sense, they played Howard last year, lost 13-10 to Howard, and we know what happened when Howard came in here and played Rutgers. It was 56-7. It was ugly. Here's the thing, though. I will say about the game. If you remember the Howard game last year, as one-sided as it was, Rutgers lost Sean Tucker, its number one receiver in that game, to a broken ankle for the rest of the season. So I think the big concern is we all know this is going to probably be a one-sided game. It will be a one-sided game. Keeping everybody healthy. You want to get out of this thing healthy. You got a bye coming up, and then the real schedule starts. So that's the whole key, this week.
I was a little surprised at some of the concern from the Navy game. It was a 17-point victory. It should have been a 24-point victory at home against a bowl team. I mean, what did you think coming out of that game overall, the performance of the team?
Well, I was mad the Navy scored late because I would have had the exact score. That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
It was on the blog. No, I thought Rutgers, all things considered, I thought Rutgers played well. The big offensive numbers are there again. I thought defensively, they were good when they had to be with the two end zone interceptions, the 3 overall. It was a good performance against a good team that's tough to play. I think you move on from that. More telling to me was people were not that satisfied with the defensive performance against Buffalo. They only gave up 3 points, and then the next week, this past Saturday, Buffalo goes out and scores 48 against Temple. So maybe this defense is a little better than we thought. It's still a work in progress, but maybe it's a little better than we thought.
Now, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're Mike Tranghese right now. The Big East is 14-2. The two belong to Syracuse, who probably couldn't beat themselves in an inter-squad scrimmage. I'm curious what you think about it. Are we going to re-rank the Big East now? Do we have to look at South Florida and Cincinnati as perhaps better than we thought, and Louisville and West Virginia struggling in a couple of games, maybe not as good as we thought?
And I think Syracuse is the new Temple.
They've
taken over as a new Temple. Here's what's going to happen, I think, because of the things that have happened with the Big East. If you look at Rutgers' schedule, there's a very good chance that in a 4-game stretch, Cincinnati, South Florida, and West Virginia could all be unbeaten when they come to Rutgers Stadium. So you put that there. I don't know if all of them will be ranked. I'm not sure that Cincinnati will, even though they should start 5-0 based on their schedule. So you have that situation that's out there. And yeah, when Cincinnati manhandles Oregon State, which beat USC last year, and South Florida goes down to Auburn and is impressive winning, and the way Rutgers has played, the Big East, I think right now has a reason to stick its chest out and say, we deserve to be up there.
Now, if they have to get one thing out of this game this week, one thing against Norfolk State, what are you other than to stay healthy? What one thing are you looking for?
Yeah, well, health is number one, but I think you want to get the key guys enough of a chance to play on offense to get their numbers. I mean, you don't want Ray Rice's Heisman campaign, which is building some momentum now, sidetracked because he only carries 10 times for 50 yards. You don't want that. You don't want Taekwon Underwood to sort of stop his momentum and Mike Teal. I think you want to keep the momentum going. And again, as you said, the top priority, though, is keeping everybody healthy. That's all you do.
All right, since you almost got it exactly right last week, give us a score for this week.
I'm going to say 62-7, and people can start heading to the exits at halftime.
After seeing the Howard game last year, I'm going to take the Norfolk State band minus 14.5. This is Steve Politi from the Star-Ledger, signing off with Tom Lucci. See you next time.